Hey, Tribe and potential Tribe members. We have 3 hope cards we're going to start with, guys. We get what we get. We don't throw a fit, okay? So your first card was never give up. This may be the moment for a miracle. Beautiful. Your next card was there is nothing we cannot live down and rise above and overcome. And your last one, overcome fear, behold wonder. All right, I love y'all. Let's see what the divine has to say today, okay? Alright, we're going here. Just wanted to take a minute and get in your guys' energy. I like it. I like it. Let's clear away any last little doubts, worry, fears, concerns, unconscious programs, whatever, right? Let's remove negative energy. Alright, guys, let's see what the divine has to say. I want you guys to get into your intuition, okay? Have discernment, okay? And take what's for you, as always. I'm hearing 3, okay? That could be the number of cards or significant to you. You see that, how I stood up? I keep hearing poetic. Poetic. Some of you may be wanting to write. Someone may be... I do feel like an energy here subtly that it's like maybe someone's writing. It's like encoded. It's like someone's typing up some shit and it's for you, but it's like not telling you it's for you. Wheel of Fortune. Is this going to be a love reading? Solutions and divine guidance at the bottom here. That's Temperance and the Hierophant. My hands are shaking. Okay. Page of Swords. Yeah, see? Somebody is like typing something up. It's like a last little dire attempt to get your attention is what it feels like. Someone wants to say something to you, but it's almost like an energy of a lack of courage to say it directly. So it's being said indirectly, but it's a dire attempt to it's almost like a final attempt to shift the dynamics of this. And I almost said connection. I do feel like this is in relation to some sort of love connection here, guys. We have the Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Hierophant, and the Temperance. Oh, Nine of Pentacles want to be seen. Somebody is single right now, and somebody doesn't want that person to be single. 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands. Immediately with this 3 of Swords, I feel like somebody fucked up. 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands. It's an energy here where somebody had an opportunity in the past and they fucked up. And at the end of the day, you both were left 9 of Pentacles single. But Hierophant and Temperance, it's still a longing here to see where it can go. And I feel this energy here where somebody is really indirectly communicating their feelings here. And it may be, it may not be either seen or heard. Somebody here is expressing themselves and it's not getting to the person in the way that they want it to. Maybe someone here doesn't necessarily know how to communicate in this. You know, love is a very spiritual experience. And it feels like someone's maybe new to this level of love. And before it feels like they shied away. But now they want within themselves to see if this has the opportunity to go somewhere. If they're having a hard time just being direct. They're hoping that in some twisted way, what they're sending out, either, you know, it could be, you know, social media. It could be dreams. It could be energetically. I'm not seeing wands here, right here. So I do feel like it's more so this, especially with the way I feel, it's more so social media. Maybe for a smaller percentage of you, it was a text message, but not like, I want you back. Kind of danced around the issue here, right? I do feel like you want a bigger scale of commitment. Nine of Pentacles. It's this energy where it's like, I'm gonna need this to be like a Ten of Pentacles situation. Where I know it's something concrete, something lasting, right? So if that's not what's being offered here, if you're still sending... Excuse me, guys. Clear your throat chakra, right? If you're still sending small ways of communicating rather than... I just keep hearing, like, put your big girl drawers on. Put your big boy drawers on. You know what I mean? Approach me in the way of a Hierophant. You know what I mean? If you want... Essentially match my vibe, right? You want somebody here to match your vibe. Where are we going here, Divine? Are we clarifying this? Are we, what are we doing? Alright. One thing about this deck is it's very direct. What do you want us to know here with this Page of Swords? This indirect communication. This is also even an energy here of this person wanting to better understand you, find out more about you on a deeper level. But again, that indirect shit, it's like it's not gonna cut it. You want to know more about me, you gotta come to the source, honey. It's this energy here where some of you don't even post often, or you definitely don't post or communicate your personal business. You know what I mean? Like, you keep your shit to yourself. Highly in support of that, right? I support you wholeheartedly on that. But it's an energy here where this person can't understand you, and because that, they're maybe that's affecting their confidence in coming in. And it's almost this energy of teeter-tottering or getting their foot wet a little bit. How are you really, how is this person, or is this person going to receive me? If I kick these subtle hints, you know what I mean? Are they going to follow the breadcrumbs? You know what I mean? Vice versa, or whatever have you. However this resonates for you. There's almost an energy of you both doing it, but I definitely don't feel like for you it's intentional, maybe. You know, it's I feel like you just, the way you communicate, especially in regards to social media, is something that's beneficial for everyone. Like you share positive things and things like that. So this person is still having a hard time reading you because it's almost like it feels like they may feel like, well, this person is good on their own. You know what I mean? It's almost, again, back to that confidence. Are they gonna shut me down if I boss up, right? King and Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Cups instead of the Knight and the Page. They're still trying to tweak the energy from a distance. That's not gonna cut it in your world. Hierophant, Temperance, Solution, Divine Guidance. It's almost this energy of, I mean, you fucked it up in the physical, so you've got to fix it in the physical if you even want a chance with the Nine of Pentacles, right? We're going to go to the bottom of the deck and get an overall energy is what I'm hearing, okay? Let's get an overall energy here. Now, it says you're doing too much, just chill. You're doing too much, just chill. We might read what's at the bottom of this deck over here. I'm going to keep it over here. I want to take in this energy a little. Alright guys, let's go into it. This energy is really interesting because I feel like, especially with you doing too much, just chill. Eight of Pentacles energy right under, you know, that falls right before the Nine of Pentacles. It still relates to, I feel stronger, this other person. You know, like I said, it may be a two-way street, but I feel like this other person, this energy is like split. A lot of them are trying to, or are sending these messages intuitively, and especially in a dream state, you know, whatever you guys call it. They're putting out a lot of energy towards you. A lot of energy towards you, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like they're trying to soften your heart from a distance. This person may have really fucked up in the past. We do have Three of Pentacles right after the Three of Wands. It's like getting a blessing and not recognizing it and kind of just like shitting on it. Like, damn, that's how you feel. Eight of Wands. Yeah, this person, they didn't listen to their intuition. Wand is a spiritual space. It's also, hell yeah, Two of Swords. This person chose to rest on logic rather than wisdom. They chose to operate in a logical way rather than a spiritual way. It's essentially not listening to their intuition. They're showing up in the same suit when they showed up as the sword here. We're clarifying the sword. They had divine intel coming in, but they weren't walking by faith. They were reverting back to, I feel like, a past energy. Because this is not a young couple here. You know what I mean? The energy here, this is not two teenagers type shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's this energy where they're still operating in that manner in regards to trying to get your attention. You see what I'm saying? Let's get some more. Let's see. Tell me more about their personal energy. Are they actually in this page energy, or are they just, is this just how they're like communicating? Because to have the Eight of Wands, it tells me that they have a strong intuition, but the energy I feel from it was just not operating in that intuition. You know what I mean? So their intuition is popping, but it's a matter of having to listen to it, right? See what I mean? Three of Wands again, Eight of Swords, Three of Wands. See the energy? It's like when they get the blessing, when they got you as the blessing, they instantly went inside their fucking dome. Which what? You go into the world, you're going to be into the world, right? It's this energy of if they would have went through spirit the same way they were receiving it, right? If they would have listened to their intuition, the shit wouldn't have went off track. It would have made it to its destination. But for you, viewer, you got to understand free will is a motherfucker. They did what they did out of free will. This is what they always known. Remember I told you about that past energy? This is what they known. This is how they operate. I'm hearing, how was I to know that a damn divine being was about to walk into my experience? And it's like, your intuition, that's how. But again, not listening to their intuition fucked them up. It fucked up their opportunity. I do feel this energy of the Three of Wands being you two coming together. They just got to learn how to get the fuck out of their head and be grateful. Learn how to turn their mind into a place of her sanctuary. And maybe for some of them they have. They've finally learned how to control their mind. The world is not an easy place to be in when you have free will. That's a motherfucker. Okay, I ain't gonna say it no more. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Something else that wants to be said here. Look, guys, what's back at the bottom of the deck? I said there's something else that wants to be said here, and we have the exact same card back, guys. I just... Three of Wands, we know it's a step before the Four of Wands. They want to get to this Four of Wands. Crippled, battered, beat, abused. They want to get to the Four of Wands still. They don't want this to be an opportunity that is perhaps missed or rescheduled. They're very sorrowful. Three of Swords. I do feel an energy where they genuinely know they fucked up. Four of Wands behind the Three of Wands. I'm telling you. It's essentially like choosing the wrong direction because the blind leading the blind is what I just heard. This person may have gotten talking to the wrong people. You know what I mean? Again, not listening to their intuition. Another page here. I feel like this person, this is an energy of someone who's just completely blindsided by what this connection felt like. You know what I mean? You know how balanced it is to have a connection that's a Hierophant and a Temperance energy? It's this energy of my whole life, guys. They're going to make me cry. This person is just like, if you had a life full of chaos and peace walked into your door, would you know if you could trust it? Oh, this person is so sad. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm sad, guys. Whew. How do I trust peace in a world that's been full of chaos? I've heard it all before is what I'm hearing. Like the song, you know? It's hard. It's hard to have success in your hand and not know what to fucking do with it. It's hard. Because my whole life has been about having strength to endure the cold. Right? And did you see this, how it just did that? I've had a lot of falsehoods in my past. I feel this energy of this person, back to not listening to their intuition. This person didn't view separation and hurt and pain in a way where it was beneficial to the soul. Before this person felt things like that in a way where life was happening to them and not for them, right? Look at this. They really had to learn the difference. It's the energy of recognizing good things are supposed to happen to me. I'm supposed to be blessed. I'm supposed to be abundant. I'm supposed to have love. I feel this energy where I do really feel like your strong sense of non-judgment, you know what I mean, you viewer, your sense of non-judgment is what allowed this person to kind of see more that, you know how some people just lose their faith in people? You know what I mean? This is the energy I feel. You restored this person's faith in people. No wonder this person is coming up as pages. This person had lost their ability to connect intuitively, spiritually, because they went through shit in the past. So when it came to you, it was almost like by first perception, same shit, different day. Until they realized that's not what this is. But by then, it was too late, right? Who the fuck stands there and do the dance of change when you're a divine being and know you could drop that shit and walk in faith? You hear me? Now this person sees what sacrifice really means. And it's an energy where not only did you show them, but now they're, again, that energy of now they may be listening to their intuition. So it's like now not only did you tell them, but they've learned the ability to stop blocking their intuition and go within, right? The ability to sacrifice worldly views in order to have what the divine has truly given them. And what I feel like this connection has given both of you is the ability to pull strength from within, to work in a partnership with your reality, and work in a partnership with souls that are external to you. That may be, you know, it's this energy of a different view of what's a threat, right? Just because the divine sends you something that's completely different than you, that does not mean it's a threat, right? It means you have opened the door to different levels of blessings, right? Now you and this person understands that you deserve better. And sometimes better can be found in something that was once familiar, right? As long as defenses are dropped, egos are dropped, misalignment is corrected, right? It's that energy of a dog doesn't have to always be a dog. Everything evolves, right? Which, interestingly enough, they keep reminding me, it's been something in the energy about how animals are oftentimes next to take on a human experience. And I feel that energy here where you remember in previous readings where we were talking about essentially the misalignment being animalistic, you know. And for some beings, if you come from, if one of your more recent lives or past life, you were actually an animal, then you're still carrying over that energy. And you're breaking out of animalistic ways, right? I feel this energy, and it's definitely more so a masculine energy, regardless of the gender, right? But just like the theme in the masculine readings, it's an energy here where a person is coming out of animalistic ways, not being able to fully communicate, not being able to fully feel, you know, in an energy of survival, right? Fight or flight, right? Breaking out of that. Learning intuition and a human experience, right? I do feel like animals can communicate with the spiritual space just the same as they can visually see into it, right? But in a human form, we're going deep today, guys. In a human form, you've got to adjust to this experience. You know what I mean? I do feel a sense of maturing vibrationally overall. This is a connection, look at that. This is a connection that offers the opportunity, again, extended from the divine, to, I feel this energy of having an upgrade, right? A spiritual upgrade. We know that cups relate to the spiritual space. This is essentially an emotional spiritual upgrade. Not only do we have the Trinity energy here, right? But with this fourth cup here, it's a emotional upgrade, a spiritual upgrade, becoming rooted and connected, right, to all life. This person is beginning to really walk in a divine way. Look at that. Foundational shift here. Page of Swords, Page of Swords. It's a foundational shift here. But what's on the surface? Again, you remember how we said we were trying to determine if this is this person's true energy, or if this is the way that they're communicating to get your attention. And again, it's definitely clarified that this page energy is just the way they're seeking attention, trying to see if the door is still at least cracked for their entrance, right? It's not that this person is still evolved, right? It's just that this person is trying to feel you out. Is this essentially, are you going to bite it? Are you going to bite the bait? Because behind the scenes, this person has gone through a foundational shift. And they did channel to me recently that this tower is heavily suggestive of separations. And what I feel is this is essentially like the antidote to rebuild, right? This is what you need. This is the upgraded you need to finally begin the works of rebuilding in a way where this does not have to happen again. Strength, right? What pieces of the tower that crumbled can be left behind, and what can we scrap? What can we scrap and what can we salvage from what we've already created, right? What we've already learned of each other. In what ways can we explore the depths of this connection and truly see where we both have grown deeper? And how much of this is attributed to the connection, and how much of this is attributed to the divine? How much of this is attributed to self? And how much of this is contributed to the way that life simply fucking unfolds outside of our hands, right? This is very mature. This is two grown-ass people really doing what needs to be done for a connection to flourish. You hear me? I'm in love with this reading and I like it. Okay. I'm in your business on accident. And then I seen the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Like we said before, I need this to be more than what it was. And what is this? The Four of Cups again. Unbeknownst to you, this is a Ten of Pentacles situation. It has evolved. It goes back to having faith. Nine of Pentacles, trust, right? Trust what has been displayed thus far. This is why this person knows that they're on eggshells, right? But have faith in what the divine can do. This is why it has the ability to evolve to the Ten of Pentacles situation. Because when operating in faith, that is the seed the size of a mustard seed that can grow, honey. If you give, I really feel like if, this is resonating and you give this connection another opportunity, wow, see, if you give this connection another opportunity, it will be, I do feel like it will be a good thing. For the world to go into the Five of Cups, Judgment, and the Ten of Pentacles, remember that energy shift we were talking about? It was definitely effective. And I do feel like both of you gained a deeper sense of clarity in regards to what was really happening under the seams, right? And a lot of things had to wrap up and end karmically, right? You both had to feel lower vibrations of emotions in order to understand that you were still resonating with past hurt. Essentially, I feel an energy of two people mirroring back pain so it can be transmuted. Judgment, right? Once pain was transmuted, an energy of a rebirth. Being really transparent with how this affected you too. It's the honesty that brings you to the Ten of Pentacles. If you two choose to reestablish this, right? It's being real that gets you there. See how they ass out? It's being real. If you're hearing the call from the divine to give this another opportunity, then remember that it's always better to have faith in the divine, right? And trust in what has already taken place. And we know that trust means you're operating in what's been made evident, what you can see from the situation. So again, if this person is walking on eggshells, let them, because it'll really show you their dedication. Are you able to show me that these pages and knights are really kings and queens, emperors, empresses, right? Hierophants and high priestess, right? Do you hear the same call that I hear, or am I magnetically pulling you in because we're so bonded? This is the things that you evaluate before you commit. You'll know if it's yours because if all the boxes are checked, then you have a fucking winner. Okay? I love y'all. I don't know. I think we're going to leave it there. Last one, yeah. You've got to let the past be the past. I'll tell you that much. If you're going to choose to go forward in this connection, you're going to have to let the past be the past, because ultimately moving forward in this connection means you decided to move forward into it, right? You can't fault anybody for continuing to move onward with it, right? If you choose to rock with it, then you also have to stand behind your decision. So use your intuition, right? Heart on your sleeve. Knight of Cups energy for me. Independent joy is needed. I do feel this energy where, again, find a better way of viewing it all. Nine of Cups. I do feel like, irregardless of your decision, there's going to have to be independence within yourself. You cannot, no matter how amazing this connection is, you have to still be strong enough to stand in your own shoes here. It's absolutely okay to wear your heart on your sleeve when it's someone you know that has the intentions on protecting it with you, right? When you know that you can trust your partner and you have faith in your partner, that's when you're able to move forward in the connection. But it all starts with self-love, because you have to love yourself to be able to truly tap into your power of discernment. Or else you're leaning on somebody else's view of you like a fucking crutch. And you know once that's took away, you're sure to fucking fall. So it's essentially standing on your own 2 feet, emotionally, mentally, and definitely spiritually. Cup is a spiritually based card in the way I read. We have 2 cups here. When it comes to the Four of Swords, it's simply finding a better way to view it all. Tribe, don't let this decision eat away at you. Take control of the situation by taking control over yourself. Just wear your heart on your sleeve. Be your authentic self. And when you're your authentic self, you can navigate your way through any experience, because to know thyself is to know thy experience. You create your experience in a collaborative manner with the divine. So what's in your heart? What's in your energy? What's in your dreams? What's in your vibration? What's in your signs and your synchronicities? What colors are you primarily seeing, right? What energies are you primarily seeing or feeling, right? What themes are playing out in your dream? What's a common occurrence? If you change the area in your household that you're sleeping in and still having similar dreams, what is it telling you? Right? Different rooms hold different energies, and it can tell you if it's something that's occurring environmentally, or if it's something that's, you know, you're really needing to take a look at. If it's something that's changing based on the environment, then you need to just cleanse your house, right? If it's a common theme, you need to look deeper into it and still cleanse your crib, right? This is what I feel, guys. We have the divine may not always choose the qualified, but will always qualify the chosen. You guys are qualified either direction this connection goes in, but you're really going to have to be sure within yourself. Here's the King of Swords. You really are highly intuitive. I mean, you really are highly intuitive. Communicate with the divine. Working together in a friendship, partnership, or relationship. Temptation lives in the mind, not the heart. Last one. This is also from your pre-shuffle. Sacred magic of the divine lives within you. Tap into your power. Learn to have better control over your abilities. Let's read it again. Sacred energy of the divine lives within you. Tap into your power. Learn to have better control over your abilities. And we do have here, you are highly intuitive and communicate with the divine. Temptation lives in the mind and not the heart. Working together in a friendship, partnership, or relationship here, guys. Get in tune with the divine energies all around you. Yeah, don't feed into the bullshit at all if possible, okay? Yeah, it's telling you to hang in there. It's kind of saying the same thing, guys, here. It is easier to accept victory than it is to be humbled. I think you guys are well aware of that. Yeah, it would have been easier if this would have just been successful the first time around, but what the fuck would you have learned? And more importantly, what would you have learned about this other person? If it's always in a cupcake phase, then when will you see the real meat and the bones of a person, right? The real spirit of a person. That's just what I feel, guys. It's easier to accept victory than it is to be humbled. To be humbled is to grow on a soulful level. To simply have victories without battle is an empty victory. And that's not what we're about here. We like to be fully fulfilled and whole, right? This is essentially a victory that was won by determination, dedication, and elevation. I love you guys. Accept this humbling experience as exactly what it is. Spiritual elevation. That's not even what I meant to say, but hey, it came out. I love y'all. Have a great one, guys.